Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. It is February 22, 2019, 1:15 a.m. Birmingham. And topic is just an array of different things, but mainly about what this Empire star Jussie Smollett did. That was a very, very bad thing that he did. He could have started, and I'm telling you straight up, he could have started a civil war with lies like what he did. And he was the author, the creator, he was the actor, he wrote the play, he did it all. And he still tried to get Red Hatters, MAGA, in trouble to do damage to Trump. And the head of Chicago Police Department, he smelled a rat right off the bat. Thanks to him, he caught on quickly. But no thanks to idiots like Lemon on the left media. He is so small-minded, he still believes it. He still believes it. Lemon's IQ must be around 25, maybe 30 on a good day. But what's worse than that are the people who still believe that he is telling the truth. Their IQ may be in the same line as Lemon, 25, 30, 35 range. Look, to lying or sin's not bad because it's forbidden. It's forbidden because it's bad. And all these people on the liberal left, they're using that as a platform every day. They're lying through their teeth every single day, nonstop. And when they're caught, they're unapologetic. They make up excuses, and then they're right back at it using the very same story the next day, just like Lemon is. Lemon is so limited to a thought process that he still believes this guy didn't make it up. This Jussie guy didn't make it up. Jussie. I'm sorry, Jussie. Well, he's a Jussie as far as I'm concerned. He's not a Jussie or a Jesse. He's an idiot. That man could have created a lot of problems within this country. He could have hurt a lot of people within this country. He could have started a civil war by what he was doing. Thank God for the Chicago Police Superintendent that he smelled a rat and he did it quickly. He's a smart man. Now this Jussie, $100,000 bail, and the charge could be 10 years in jail for what he's done. Personally, I hope he gets the fine and the jail. I want to see him in prison for 10 years for what he did. He could have caused thousands and thousands of people to lose all they had, including their lives, by what he was about to do there. And had he had other idiots like Lemon to latch on and believe in it and stayed with it, they would have created a huge problem there. And that's stupid. That's ignorant on their part. And I hope this man loses every fan he's ever had. He's caught. He's lied. But yet, the workplace called him back to come on in. You know, we need you. They're idiots too. They need to get rid of him. They need to can him too. Look, in the attacks that's going on against Israel and the Jews in the synagogues, guys, you're attacking God's elect. And I promise you, you won't get away with it. You will pay for it. You're attacking God's elect. I'm going to tell you 2 stories quickly. One, go back to 67. Go to Mayor, called, and it was their time, like at noon or 1 p.m., but our time is like midnight. And she calls and asks to speak to the president. He's asleep, ma'am. Can I help you? We are under attack. I need to talk to your president. He said, I'm sorry, ma'am, he's asleep. And he hung up. Henry Kissinger hung up on Go to Mayor. She called back a second time. She said, I need to talk to President Nixon. This is urgent. We're under full attack. Henry Kissinger's word to Go to Mayor, let the Jews bleed a little. And he hung up. She called back a third time. This time, Richard Nixon answered the phone. And she did not finish telling him everything. He said to her, everything we have is on the way to you right now. He didn't question it. He just said, everything I have, they're coming your way. Now, Nixon didn't support the Jews. He didn't stand by the Jews. Maybe it was because of Henry Kissinger. I don't know. I didn't know he was that hell-bent against his own people in the first place. By that, I lost faith and confidence in that man a long time ago, and I'll never have it again. Knowing who he is, a backstabber to his own people. But years later, after the bugs, and after he was asked to step down, and after he left the White House, but yet what they're doing is 500 times worse than what he did then. They're doing worse today, much worse, and they'll be dealt with severely in the end. But he goes home, and he's talking to his mother one day before she died. And he said, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? I'm trying to protect our country. And she said, you did. He said, what do you mean I did? She said, you did protect your country. You stood up for the Jews. And she said to him, you asked me one day, why was I even born? She says, now you know. You were born for that one reason, that one thing that God wanted you to do. Go, assist, and stand with the Jews, and you did that. We have a man in White House today, other than Reagan. I don't know where Reagan stood, but Reagan did not move the embassy. He did not call Jerusalem the capital, so he didn't do it. But Trump, he did 3 things. He called Jerusalem the capital city of Israel. That was 2 statements in one. He says, Israel, you are a nation. And I recognize Jerusalem as your capital city. And then, to seal and concrete that deal, he moved the embassy there. I don't think there's a man or a president or anyone else in the world that can do more than Donald Trump has already done for the Jews. So, with that said, I'm going to take one more step back to Richard Nixon Day. What made him send all he had to the Jews? Well, let me tell you something. There's a mountain in Israel. There's train tracks that leads up to that mountain, but they stop at the mountain. Golda Meir had sent a train up to those tracks, and it stopped at that mountain. But inside of that mountain, there's a car that's got nuclear bombs on it. And they're already dialed in to different places. This is called the Samson option. All she needed was 2 more hours and Richard Nixon to turn her down, just as Henry Kissinger did. There would have been a nuclear war in the Middle East, and very few people would have survived it. Now, did Richard Nixon hear that? It took something big to get them on the way, wide open on the way to assist Israel. But today, Donald Trump did it without threat, without anything saying, look, you got to do this today and make your decision who you're going to stand by. None of that happened. He freely stood by the Jews. And God is going to freely stand by the United States. This is why we're doing so well in this country, and will continue to do well for 6 more years, because he will be the next president for a 4-year term. And you will bathe in your prosperity until that time. What happens after that, only God knows. But until then, you have a president that is doing the things he said he would do for you, and you have people like this Jussie and Lemon trying to stop it. Their careers are going to fall apart completely. Here's what you're going to see next. The wall is still underway as we speak, and then you're going to get, because Ginsburg may be gone soon, then you're going to get the call for another vote to bring up Roe versus Wade. This time there will be a 5-4 and a 4 against. It will come back up on the books. So look for this country to make another major turn in God's eyes, and it will just be blessed even more because of it. Jody Wolf Expoz.